You know that polite curiosity when you scan someone's bookshelf at a party?
Oh, absolutely. Like you're looking for common ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You want to see if they share a favorite author or something. But, well, imagine walking into a bedroom and seeing a towering, like actively rotating stack of 11 wildly different books on the nightstand.
Wow, 11.
11. And they all have bookmarks in them. At that point, you aren't just looking at reading material anymore.
No, it's like the ultimate literary fingerprint.
Right. It is a psychological crime scene, a mind in perpetual motion. So, today on the deep dive, we are playing detective. We've got a single photograph of this eclectic stack.
And our mission is to figure out what kind of person tackles ancient history, speculative sci-fi, and classic comic strips simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, what does a nightstand like this actually say about your psyche?
Well, looking at the base of this stack, the anchor is a massive grounding in reality. Like, they are diving deep into David McCullough's Truman, Islam Isa's Alexandria, and Aidan Levy's Saxophone Colossus.
Which is that incredibly detailed biography of the jazz legend Sonny Rollins, right?
Yes, exactly. And these aren't just light overviews. They demand a serious attention span to understand how individuals shape entire eras.
So we're talking ancient Egyptian geopolitics, post-WWII American power struggles, and the mid-century jazz scene all at once.
It's intense.
It's like they're trying to build a time machine out of paper, bouncing between the grit of ancient empires and, the improvisational genius of the jazz age in a single evening has to cause some serious temporal whiplash.
Or, it creates incredible context.
How do you mean?
Well, when you read about the collapse of an ancient city alongside the decisions of a Cold War president, you start seeing the universal mechanics of human achievement and failure. They don't just want facts, they want sweeping narratives about how civilization actually operates.
Oh, I see. But you'd think someone devouring three massive biographies is just a hardcore history buff. Their reading habits, though, they take this sharp left turn.
Yeah, from the events of history into the actual mechanics of thought.
Right, because we also have Hajime Nakamura's A Comparative History of Ideas, Jeremy Nadler's In the Shadow of the Machine, and David Bainbridge's How Zoologists Organize Things.
That pivot is so fascinating. They are moving from observing the world to interrogating how we categorize it.
Like the Bainbridge book.
Exactly. It isn't just about animals, it's about the human obsession with systems and taxonomy. And Nadler looks at our philosophical relationship with technology. This reader is deeply concerned with the underlying architecture of knowledge itself.
Okay, wait, hold on, though. I have to call this out.
What's that?
Well, if this person is so obsessed with taxonomy and systems and how things are organized, isn't reading 11 dense books at the exact same time the ultimate act of chaos?
It does seem completely contradictory, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like switching from Aristotle to Sonny Rollins to animal classification in 10 minutes sounds like a recipe for a massive headache.
Honestly, I had the exact same thought looking at this list. It feels wrong to crave order, but read in a state of sheer anarchy. But looking at the cognitive science behind this, it's actually a strategy called interleaving.
Interleaving.
Yeah, so by constantly switching between completely different subjects, the brain is forced to work harder to recall information. And that actually improves long-term memory and pattern recognition.
Oh, wow.
So it's not chaos, it's an advanced learning technique.
Okay, but even with interleaving, a brain can't sustain that level of rigorous reality without burning out, which I guess explains the rest of the stack.
The escape valves.
Right. We have Alexandre Dumas' epic The Count of Monte Cristo, Jacek Dukage's speculative sci-fi Ice, Amos Oz's The Same Sea, and then literally Walt Kelly's The Incomplete Pogo comic strip and Siegel's Laughing Matters.
A mind running that hot absolutely needs an escape valve.
For sure.
The heavy intellectual lifting of taxonomy and historical facts requires the counterweight of epic revenge narratives, speculative fiction, and just pure comedy. It prevents intellectual fatigue.
It's like cognitive crop rotation.
Oh, I love that.
Like you can't just plant heavy presidential history and philosophy in your brain day after day without depleting the soil. You have to cycle in some wild speculative sci-fi and a classic comic strip to let the analytical side of your brain recover.
That is the perfect way to look at it. We are profiling an omnivorous, insatiably curious learner who intentionally engineers their environment.
Right. They require the rigid structure of historical truth for intellectual growth, but they protect their imagination with the boundless freedom of fiction.
Exactly. It paints a picture of someone who isn't just reading to pass the time
No, they're actively building out the infrastructure of their mind.
and managing the maintenance of it